Good evening, everybody. This is Big Ten Team Rivalry. I am Cliff. Mac is with me. We have a quick update tonight just because I'm sure everybody has already heard about the news coming out of Michigan that the university has dropped their lawsuit along with the Big Ten. Um, we're going to read the statement here. This is the statement from the University of Michigan that says, this morning, the university, Coach Harbaugh, and the Big Ten resolved their pending litigation. The conference agreed to close its investigation, and the university and Coach Harbaugh agreed to accept the 3-game suspension. Coach Harbaugh, with the university's support, decided to accept this sanction to return the focus to our student athletes and their performance on the field. And this is what I feel is the important part. That's my highlighting. The conference has confirmed that it is not aware of any information suggesting Coach Harbaugh's involvement in the allegations. The university continues to cooperate fully with the NCAA's investigation. So just to recap, Harbaugh is accepting the suspension of 3 games. That means he will be out for Penn State was the first one. Now this weekend, Maryland, and of course, the big game against Ohio State. Subsequently, the Big Ten has also released a statement that says, the Big Ten Conference's commitment to student athletes, sportsmanship, and the commissioner's duty to protect the integrity of competition will never waver. Today's decision by the University of Michigan to withdraw its legal challenge against the conference's November 10th notice of disciplinary action is indicative of the high standards and values that the conference and the university seek to uphold. The University of Michigan is a valued member of the Big Ten Conference, and the conference will continue to work cooperatively with the university and the NCAA during this process. Mac, those are the statements. What do you make of all this?
So Michigan's statement was basically, we've come to an understanding. We've all come to an understanding. And then the Big Ten just comes out and says, yeah, they gave up. Like, that's basically where we're at right now. Can you go back to the Big Ten statement real quick?
Yep.
So, okay. Today's decision by the university to withdraw its legal challenge against the conference's notice of disciplinary action is indicative of the high standards and values that the conference and the university seek to uphold. They withdrew the temporary restraining order, and that's indicative of the high standards and values. This witch hunt that the Big Ten went on, the punishment that came down a mere 23 hours before they were set to play arguably their biggest game of the season, one of their biggest games of the season, a punishment that came on a holiday, a federal holiday. So I'm not even entirely sure why the courts were open. I don't know. Maybe that's not how that works. I don't know. But
I think they wait a minute. The injunction came down, not the injunction.
Punishment came down on the Friday.
Right. And that didn't have to deal with the courts. That was just the Big Ten to Michigan.
Yeah, but
then Michigan went to the court, I believe, Saturday morning because the holiday was Friday.
Okay, I see. So maybe the court was open on Saturday because Saturday was actually the holiday. Saturday was
I don't think the court necessarily has to be open. I think they just have to know a judge because the judges are there.
Okay. All right. Well, there's that, I guess. This has nothing to do with the high standards and values of the conference and the university. The conference didn't know anything and they still suspended the coach. The conference had no evidence and they still punished the coach. That's crap. That's not indicative of anything but being a spineless dork. I don't know. That's the first word that was PG that came to mind.
Well, now, but the conference is saying they do have evidence, aren't they?
No.
I thought the conference was saying they have evidence. That's what that whole, whatever 20 pages they sent to Michigan and the 10 pages Michigan sent back, that was supposed to be, they think they have the evidence. Michigan is saying the evidence you're showing is all circumstantial.
The one letter I saw said that it realized that it didn't have any concrete evidence against Harbaugh, but the punishment was against the university, not against Harbaugh. But Harbaugh is the one who gets suspended. So really it's against Harbaugh. I mean, so I guess I don't know.
Well, yeah, and what they said in the Michigan statement there, what you just said. They have no information suggesting Coach Harbaugh had any involvement in it.
Yeah. So I if you're going to punish the university, and if your intent is to punish the university and not the coach, why didn't they just fine the university? Why not do some sort of like actual university punishment?
Yeah, I
It,
don't know. That's what a lot of well, not a lot. I've seen a couple of SEC coaches or pundits or whatever say that that's what they do in the SEC. They just fine them.
Mhm. Yeah,
So it seems to be a pretty standard practice in the SEC.
that's what I'm saying. Like if this is what the Big Ten is going to get all pearl clutchy about, then I sincerely hope they never take a look at what the SEC schools are doing, because they might legitimately crap their pants and then have a stroke and die or something. I don't know. Anyway, but in terms of like Michigan's statement here, so this like the fact that they're dropping this at all, I mean, the cynic in me kind of makes it seem like maybe they found something that isn't so flattering to the program. And so maybe it's still come out that there's no evidence that Harbaugh knew of anything. So whatever happens, this is not a high level thing. Like it was clearly some low level coaches or staffers or something that had something going on here that might have known about it. And even then, there's no actual evidence that anybody but Connor Stallions knew about it. But this kind of just feels to me like maybe they found something that's not so great, and that'll probably come out soon if it even exists. Or Harbaugh is legitimately just so tired of this and trusts Sharon Moore that much. I mean, they went into Penn State and won the game without throwing a pass officially in the second half. They did
Yep.
not need to throw a pass. I feel like the score could have been a lot worse if they had start throwing passes. But why do that when their offense isn't going anywhere, and might as well keep JJ McCarthy healthy? Like, so I don't know.
Right.
I
And
just
that's
still feel
well,
like this
those are
is
the two
stupid.
sides we've got to this, right? So as a fan, we're going to put the best construction on it. We're going to say that uh, they realize Harbaugh has just come to the realization that this is too much of a distraction. Sharon Moore proved himself at the Penn State game, so they can just eliminate the distractions, eliminate the discussion by just taking the lumps. Um, I mean, they do have information that Connor Stallions did something. We don't know what the impact of it was or if there was any. Like I've said before, you don't get that kind of sustained, consistent domination by getting a couple extra signs. um
Yeah.
so from that standpoint, as a fan, we're going to look at it from that angle, putting the best construction on it. Obviously, all of the people who are not fans are going to say, oh, no, they know they're guilty, so they're just taking the suspension, and then we're not going to find out how bad it really is. And we're never going to resolve that. We may never know the truth on that, but as it stands now, I guess, like you said, the NCAA is still doing their investigation, but the Big Ten has dropped theirs. So I think that's pretty telling right there. If the Big Ten is saying, okay, the suspension's fine, we're done, then what was the damage really?
Yeah. 3 games? Really?
Yeah.
Like you're alleging 2 years worth of cheating. You're alleging two
Yep.
Big Ten championships were the result of cheating.
Yeah.
He'll just get suspended for 3 games. Like, yeah,
Right.
whatever.
As if that would set everything equal if that's everything that happened.
Yeah, I mean, if what they were alleging, like if Michigan had actually cheated in a way that won them 2 seasons worth of games and championships, then both of those seasons should be vacated. Harbaugh should be fired and probably never allowed to coach in the Big Ten ever again. I
Yep.
mean, that just that the punishment just proves that this was a nothing burger the entire time, and maybe some low level staffers did something that they probably shouldn't have in that gray area, but this is
Right.
nothing. This is stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to find out too. Hopefully, eventually, we'll see. Anything else you want to add to that?
No, I'm done.
All right, we're going to close it there. That was just our quick update on what's going on. We'll see you at the game.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give us a subscribe. It would mean a lot to us. Maybe even a like, possibly even a comment. Let us know your thoughts and all that. It would be really great to hear from you all. Have a great weekend watching football and enjoy watching football. Remember, hashtag make football fun again. This is Big Ten Team Rivalry.